There's something about a space that has crochet in it. It feels alive, warm, like someone actually cares about the room. And the thing is, most people have no idea how easy it is to get that look. You don't have to be an expert. You don't need a huge budget. You just need to know what to make and where to put it. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through some of the most beautiful crochet home decor pieces you can make right now, how to use them in a room, and honestly, by the end, you're going to want to completely redo your whole house with a hook and some yarn. Let's get into it. The first thing I want to talk about is something that most people completely overlook, and that's wall art. When people think about crochet, they immediately picture blankets or coasters. But crochet wall hangings, those are on a whole different level. If you've ever walked into a room and just felt something, like there was a specific spot on the wall that made the whole room come together, that's what a good wall hanging can do. The most popular style right now is the boho wall hanging. Think textured pieces in cream, beige, or earthy tones, sometimes with long fringe at the bottom, maybe some wooden beads or a driftwood rod holding it all up at the top. The reason these work so well is that they add texture to a flat wall without screaming for attention. They're subtle, but they completely change the energy of the room. Here's the problem though. A lot of beginners hear wall hanging and they picture something complicated. And yes, some of them are, but there's a really simple version that anyone can make. You just need to know some basic stitches like chains and single crochet, and you can make something that looks like it came from a boutique store. We're talking about something that could easily sell for $30 to $50 or more, and you can make it for maybe $5 in yarn. The trick with wall hangings is color and size. A big, chunky cream or neutral piece will work in almost any room. If you want something bolder, go with a deep terracotta, sage green, or dusty rose. Those colors are huge right now in home decor, and they pair beautifully with natural textures like wood and linen. Now let me talk about something that surprises people every time they try it: table runners. I know that doesn't sound exciting, but stay with me because this one is really underrated. A table runner is one of those things that sits right in the middle of the most used surface in your home, whether that's your dining table, your coffee table, or even a console in your entryway. When you have a beautifully crocheted runner going down the center of a table, the entire surface transforms. It gives your table a purpose. It makes it feel curated and intentional, which is honestly the feeling that makes a home look expensive. The styles that work best are ones with open, lacy patterns, not something so tight and closed that it just looks like a strip of fabric. You want something that has little windows in the pattern where you can see the wood grain of the table through the crochet. That contrast between the soft yarn and the hard table surface is what makes it look stunning. Cotton yarn is your best friend here. It lays flat, it's easy to wash, and it has the slight sheen that makes it look really polished. Cream, white, and soft gray are the safest choices for a runner because they go with basically every table color. Here's something a lot of people don't think about. Table runners aren't just for tables. You can use a narrower version on a dresser or a bookshelf, under a lamp or a plant. It adds this layer of detail to surfaces that normally just get ignored. Okay, let's talk about the piece that I think has the biggest impact per square inch of anything in crochet home decor, and that's throw pillows. Here's the deal with pillows. They're the fastest and cheapest way to change the whole look of a room. Interior designers know this. That's why they charge you so much to pick out pillows. But when you crochet your own pillow covers, you get total control over the color, the texture, and the style, and you can switch them out whenever you want. The covers, not the whole pillow. You don't need to crochet an entire stuffed pillow. You just make the cover and slip it over a pillow insert. This is so much more practical because when you get tired of the look, you just make a new cover. Takes a few hours, costs almost nothing. The texture patterns that look best on pillows are things like bobble stitch, puff stitch, or waffle stitch. These are stitches that create a raised, three-dimensional effect on the surface of the fabric. When light hits those pillows from a lamp or a window, the texture pops in a way that flat woven pillows just cannot match. Now, I want to pause here for a second because there's a bigger idea I want you to see. The reason crochet decor makes a space look so beautiful isn't just about the individual pieces. It's about what those pieces communicate. Handmade things tell a story. They say that someone in this house has a skill, has patience, has creativity. That changes how a room feels to every single person who walks into it. You can have an expensive designer couch with store-bought throw pillows, and it will look fine. You put one handmade crochet pillow on that same couch, and suddenly it looks like a home, not a showroom. That's the secret that no furniture store is going to tell you. Now let's talk about plant hangers, because if you have any plants at all in your home, this one is going to change your life. Macrame plant hangers have been popular for years, and they're beautiful, but crochet plant hangers? They have more texture, more softness, and honestly, they can look more complex even when they're made with pretty basic stitches. A hanging planter takes a trailing plant and brings it up into the vertical space of a room. Most rooms have all their decor sitting down on surfaces, and the vertical space just goes unused. When you hang plants at different heights in a corner, near a window, or even in a little cluster of 3, you completely activate that empty space. The room feels fuller, more layered, more alive. The yarn you use for plant hangers matters a lot. You want something durable that can handle a bit of moisture, because plants. Cotton rope yarn or macrame weight cotton are great choices. They're thick, they hold their shape, and they look amazing. And here's a tip that most people don't mention. You can crochet the hanger in a color that matches your yarn in another room or echoes the color of the plant pot. Repetition of color is one of the oldest tricks in interior design. When a color shows up in more than one spot in a room, the whole room feels coordinated. It makes it look like you thought about it. Let me tell you about one more piece that I think is absolutely underused in crochet home decor, and that's coasters. I know, coasters sound boring. Bear with me. Most coasters are either plain cork or those thin, flimsy cardboard ones you forget exist. But a set of thick, chunky crocheted coasters sitting on your coffee table or side table is a completely different thing. They look like they were chosen with care. They add a pop of color or texture to a flat table surface. And because they come in sets, you can design them to all match or to be slightly different variations of the same theme. From a practical standpoint, coasters are one of the fastest and most beginner-friendly crochet projects out there. You can make a set of 4 in an evening, which means they're also a great way to experiment with color combinations before you commit to something bigger. Here's what I want you to think about when it comes to color choices for any of these pieces. Go into the room where you want to use the decor and pick up the 3 most dominant colors you see: the wall color, the main furniture color, and whatever accent color is already in there. Your crochet piece should either match one of those colors really closely or be a neutral that complements all 3. That's how you make sure whatever you make actually fits in the room instead of clashing. The other thing that makes a huge difference is texture pairing. Crochet has a soft, fibrous texture. It looks best next to materials that have a different texture: wood, metal, glass, ceramic, linen. When you put a crocheted piece next to something hard and smooth, the contrast is really pleasing to the eye. That's why a crochet runner on a wood table looks so good, or a crochet wall hanging on a flat painted wall. The softness of the yarn stands out because everything around it is hard and flat. One thing I really want you to walk away with is this idea that crochet home decor doesn't have to be all or nothing. You don't have to redo your entire house. You don't have to make 20 projects before any of it looks good. You can start with one piece, one small wall hanging, one set of coasters, one pillow cover, and put it somewhere in your home where you